Welcome everyone that is interested in learning about the Yoga's Arc mentoring program. This Yoga's Arc yoga teacher mentoring program I have found extremely valuable since I've been teaching in the Phoenix area in 2001 when I moved from Rhode Island. And at that time, I had already been teaching for about 5 years. And over time, I noticed that the schools are creating teachers, but these teachers are leaving and they're not getting any practicum experiences or teaching on anybody except maybe family members or friends or other yoga teachers in schools. And because I was a school teacher, I remember way back in my student teaching, even before I did my student teaching, we were required to do an internship. And then before that, we were required to do a practicum. And each time there was more involvement where we were just observing at first, and then we would maybe teach 10 minutes or do attendance. And the next thing you know, we'd be teaching 2 to 3 lessons at a time to the kids. What I did was I took that concept and applied it to our yoga teacher training and our yoga company, where we are mobile. And as of right now, I believe that we are in over 40 communities that you get to choose to be part of that will give you experience teaching. You'll get mentored, you'll get feedback, and you will be hired, not only by us, but other places, because we help you write your resumes, we help you get your bio, and we just get you going. That's what we do. We also make sure that you can teach yoga to anybody. What happens if you graduated, right? And you're only teaching to able bodies, you get a job teaching at a bank to people on lunch break, because this really happened. And you have 5 or 10 people, you're ready to go. And then someone walks in that just had knee surgery and can't put any pressure on their knees. What are you going to do? What are you going to do if someone walks in and they can't get out of their chair? Where you have to teach an all levels class, but you have to provide yoga to someone in a chair at the same time. Or what happens if you're planning on doing your basic all levels flow class and someone comes up right before you start and says, I'm sorry, but I can't put any pressure on my wrist. I just had wrist surgery. Well, what we do is we provide the mentoring so that you are prepared for any experience and you have tools to provide them. And that is why we needed to create this mentoring program, because to be honest with you, teachers that are graduating from other schools, I take everybody in, but they're just not prepared for our all levels environment. And that's my gift. I have a lot of assistants that run our company, and my big piece and what I'm doing in Yoga's Arc is running the mentoring program, because it seems to be the only one that exists that has an insurance policy where you can go out and practice teaching. Please follow us. You have all of our social media here as well. Some things will be repeated from the intro I just gave you. Our mentoring program, it goes from knowledge to impact. We help build a bridge between all that you know and all that you need to know as a yoga teacher. We prepare you to understand how to better serve public communities, understand different populations, how to theme to different populations. For example, I have one of my trainees who is an athlete. We have her partnered with the college basketball team, and she's doing some of her 300-hour practicum teaching to these basketball players and learning how to theme there. We help you teach to every single body in a safe, welcoming, and fun environment. Studio. Teaching to all bodies is by far the hardest population to teach to. Everyone, like I said, is required to go through our mentoring program in order to be hired by us. Even if you're teaching somewhere, I require you to audition with real people if I can't come take one of your classes. Okay, the extra training and education required is something that we provide. That's repeat information, and it will definitely help you, which everyone says it helps them in all of their yoga teaching classes, not just for this one. And then what I do is I get to know you and what your personal gifts are, and help you see how you can create a yoga career around your gifts so that you don't have to work so hard at finding niches that you can make money on in teaching yoga anywhere. Here are some of the skills that you will be provided and opportunities that you will be provided and taught. You will be taught how to demonstrate, because demonstrating, horseshoe demonstrating, I like to call it, is something we need to do when we're in all levels environments, and we need to learn how to mirror image, and I teach that. I give you lots of opportunities to observe in many environments. You get one-on-one sessions with our lead teachers. Mirror imaging, I talked about that. We help you use your voice. We help teach you how to theme classes. Like a lot of teachers say, everyone tells me to theme, but I don't even know what that means. We teach you how to theme. You practice teaching under me mostly and other lead teachers. We teach you how to protect yourself and market yourself. For example, our insurance company won't even let us do a breathing meditation video on that's instructional on Yoga's Arc without a disclaimer, because if someone ends up having a stroke or a heart attack practicing our breathing exercise and it comes back to us, we could be held responsible, and we help you set yourself up for success and make sure that you're protected as well. We help you find, like I said, your personal path, and I help you prepare for auditions and resumes. If there's places that you really want to teach, I can help you prepare for those areas. And also, I've been teaching in the communities for 20 years, and knock on wood, I do a pretty good job at not burning bridges and in creating an all encompassing yoga community, so I can get you referrals to places. And then, of course, your one-on-one sessions to help you create teach your first class. There are 4 kinds of areas we see a need in Yoga's Arc. There's your all levels class. So it's taking your flow class and making it accessible for bodies that aren't used to moving. Then we have our chair yoga classes. And then we call it relaxation because a lot of people in Yoga's Arc are beginners. They don't understand restorative. They don't understand yin. They don't understand myofascial. So we kind of call it relaxation and let you pick what styles you want to teach within. And it shows in our description that we make it very broad, so you could teach a lot of different things there. And then, of course, our guided meditation and nidras, which we aren't hired as much for anymore because there's all kinds of apps now that people can use and free things. And then there are 3 areas that you will be approved in. There's virtual, which is a whole different entity, and that's a great place to start practicing because you don't have to worry about bodies that you're responsible for. And I take all of your classes and give you feedback, and we have you go through our channels so that you are covered insurance-wise. And then we have our free nonprofit classes where we have you get started because they're free and there's low expectation, and they're really open and excited about our training programs. And they support you and welcome you and cheer you on, versus like in studios where they want their teacher and get upset if someone took their spot or their mat or there's a sub, right? And then we have our paid classes. I'll fix that typo. Paid classes, and the paid classes are when we feel that you're really consistent and ready to go, so that way we don't set you up for failure, we're setting you up for success, and that's the process. You will have mentorship by your side. I am always there for my trainees. I take care of them. I answer their questions. I give honest feedback. You will succeed if you stick by me. We have you do it at your pace because life happens, crises happens, things get in the way, and we help you navigate through that and learn how to apply that to your yoga instructor career and how to be a voice for yourself. And then, like I said, you're covered under our Yoga's Arc insurance, and the feedback, oh my gosh, you're gonna love it, because it's something that you won't get in most places. Most places they just hire you and you do what you want. And one place, it was a lot of feedback, and it was where I grew the most. We help you get all the fear out of the way of getting started, right? We set you up to make the mistakes and to, do what you need to do. And we're here to lift you up and help you learn how to go through those things, right? Because we all go through it. I make like 10 mistakes a day, everybody. We help you find your voice, how to own your class, your space, and your sequences. The locations that you go to are depending on what you want and what your schedule is. So we have so many different places that you can be a part of the mentorship program. And sometimes you have to get a fingerprint card. Sometimes you have to wear a mask. So we teach you how to navigate, how to arrive. We have separate recordings for each place. You observe and then you participate. We have you teach in segments. We teach you how to be compassionate for all groups. And we have you start teaching 10 to 15-minute segments at a time. And then you get involved by getting on our sub list. And I'm telling you, everyone that goes to our mentoring program is teaching for us because we need you. Then in the virtual yoga program, you will learn how to set up your virtual space, how to connect virtually, how and when to mirror image, how to manage digital platforms, how to create a plan to teach your first and sequential classes. And then we have our public places where you're going to learn how to set up the table, put out the QR codes, the waivers, the sunscreen, the bug spray. You greet the crowds, you learn their names. We have you do the announcements if you haven't started teaching yet. We have you participate by demonstrating, maybe teaching 10 minutes. This is where you learn how to mirror image. We have you do the announcements and connecting afterwards. And then we spend time after the class going over everything, answering your questions, and we take that time with you. You will start to learn your filler words. You will practice pacing right. You will practice with a beginner's mindset. You will learn to own your class, your space, and your sequence. You will learn to avoid analysis paralysis. That's where you're going through your 200-hour, your 300-hour, you've got all this knowledge, and you don't even know what to do with it. And then, of course, finding your voice. If you're interested, email me and we'll set up a 30-minute session where we get together on Zoom and kind of talk about where you're at and see where you should get started, depending on where you're at. And you are required to fill out our YogaZark mentoring paperwork and deciding which programs you want to be a part of, what skills you want to practice, and then we set up your schedule. Please reach out if you have any questions or you want any testimonials, would like to talk to any of our trainees. Currently, you can, they will get experience and credit for that. And here is my contact information. Please reach out to me, Carrie@yogazark.com, 480-861-3788. Thank you so much. I look forward to mentoring you and helping you get started as a yoga teacher you want to become. Thank you so much. And I look forward to hearing from you.